Hello, this is Angela with Natural Living Promotions, visiting today with Isabelle about her personal experience working with Jon Royal of the Center for Health and Harmony. So, Isabelle, you have seen Jon for a number of years now, and if you'd like to share a little bit about what first took you in to see Jon and what the end result was.
I'd be happy to. I called Jon, it was probably 2.5, 3 years ago when I was in a hit and run accident, and I had a lot of pain in my right leg. It felt like it was jammed, so I called him to see if that would be something he could work with, and he said, well, yes, he thought it certainly would be. So I made an appointment right away, and after just one session, that took away virtually all the pain. And I think I did continue to see him, but
you were hooked.
I was hooked. You know, there's all kinds of aches and pains in this body that's, well, we'll just say it's mature. But whether it's my feet, my back, my legs, my arms, my neck, there's always something that from time to time might need a little adjustment. And he's been very good at that, and it's been amazing. It wasn't exactly what I expected, but I've learned to trust him, and I know that he knows what he's doing. I always come out better. I've recommended him to lots of my friends because I say you need a holistic healer. Going to some practitioners that pump you full of drugs and that kind of thing is not what I would consider the best route for most of us.
Right.
I'm also hoping that he can help me get off some of the prescription drugs that my own doctors have got me on, because it seems like that's just way, way too much, whether it's blood pressure medicine or cholesterol medicine or anti-inflammatory medicine. Those kinds of things I would like to get out of my body. I just feel like that's probably toxic over the long run. In fact, I donate blood regularly, and one of the nurses told me one time that the people who are able to give blood when they're older are those who have not been on lots of drugs. And I was amazed to hear that. So it also tells me that if I want to live to an old age, I better get off the drugs.
Right, and that's a step in the right direction. So Jon helped you out with your physical body, and you were, I think after the first visit, it's very easy to say, because I have been there myself, that we just want to keep going back. And it evolves over time into something more than just the physical.
Exactly. Yes, he's been able to help me with a number of issues, whether it's emotional or physical. For instance, I had a very close friend of mine died recently, and I was just grieving so badly, I just hardly knew what to do. He helped me work through a lot of that with breath work. And I could sob, I could cry it all out, but it was so good because it really flushed it out of my system in a sense. And I'd never experienced anything like that with anybody else, and any other kind of professional I'd ever been to. So I just really think he knows what he's doing. I've recommended him to so many people that I just think they're missing the boat if they don't use him or use somebody like him. I think a holistic healer is the way to go for most of our health issues.
And it really complements you still have traditional doctors that you will go to for certain things, but you're understanding that there's an emotional element, and that just seems to fit well together. So it's actually holistic and complementary. And Jon does not say that you need to get rid of any of the other things that you're doing until you're ready.
That's right. That's right. He even has helped me with what we can label ADD, or attention deficit disorder. I'm not sure that he believes that there is such a real disorder, but for the kinds of things that other professionals say it's caused in my life, I think he's able to help me on a very practical level, which is good. He's also been helping me since I lost my job. A company I was working for many, many years closed, so having been in a business for 14 years or more and starting to do something else to be self-employed, he's able to help me work through a lot of those issues of self-discipline and how to build my business and many, many things that a lot of us might not think of. So I think I'll be very successful because of him helping me with that. There's just a lot of things I can trust him with.
Yes, and he's a good listener and a good coach.
You did,
as you had stated when we chatted before. And so that coaching is what brings you to the point that you realize you want to work on something through breath work. So you also did some breath sessions in the water. Do you want to share just briefly about that?
Well, I wasn't sure I wanted to do it, but when he said we were going to do some breath work in the water, had I ever done any snorkeling, I thought, oh boy. But I trusted Jon and his professionalism, and I knew that if he was going to recommend it, that he had a good reason for it, and he did. He really did help me face some fears that I didn't probably realize I had, and I became confident in doing some things because of this snorkeling exercise. And one exercise involved putting my toes and my legs into really, really cold water, and didn't think that the body could warm up to that. Not actually physically, but be able to tolerate it. So I suppose it's somewhat similar to being able to walk over hot coals or something. I haven't offered to do that for him, but I do think that there's a lot of things that we can do if we just know how and if we have the right kind of guidance.
That's right. The guidance is very important. And having that trust is crucial. And Jon is very trustworthy.
Definitely.
That's, as a person that goes to him as well, that's immediately one of the words that comes to mind, is very trustworthy. So, well, I think that's beautiful, and I'm glad that you're willing to share about it with other people and to talk about it, because it's so hard to describe what holistic healing is, and we can put it into a few tangible experiences, and we can say that, well, he helped me grieve, or he helped me get over a physical pain, and he also helped me make a transition. Everybody's going through transition and grief at different points in their life, so that says it all really well. Is there anything else you'd like to say?
I don't think so. I think that covers a lot of it.
Okay, that covers it all. Thank you so much, Isabelle.
You're welcome.